Today we are going to learn an interesting topic from chemical reactions and equations, balanced chemical equations. Before we start, let me ask you a question. If I have two apples on the one side and only one apple in other side, they are equal or not? No. Exactly. If the same way in chemistry also the number of atoms should be equal to both sides of a chemical equation. This is called a balanced chemical equations. Okay? Let me show the PPT. Here hydrogen molecule and oxygen molecule are there combined with in the one side and the other side is H2O. That means water molecule. So in these both sides two atoms are there. One is hydrogen and one is oxygen. The left hand side and right hand side we compare the number of atoms are equal, then it will be balanced equation. Otherwise it is skeleton equation, that is unbalanced equation. Now we have to see in red color marks H2 and O2. Here hydrogen molecules have two atoms and oxygen molecules have two atoms in left hand side, and then other side, that means right side H2O. In this H2O molecule these are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of the oxygen. So here is not balanced. So this is called unbalanced equation. Now we have to balance the equation. Here we have to see the green letters. That means 2H2 plus O2 is gives rise to 2H2O. Here left hand side hydrogen atoms have 4 and oxygen atoms are 2. In the other side hydrogen atoms are 4 and oxygen atoms are 2. Then this equation is balanced. So the left hand side, the number of atoms in left hand side is equal to the number of right hand side of the atoms are equal. So this is called balanced equation. Now we have to show some examples in practically. Some more examples we have to show. We have to balance the chemical equations using simulations. For example, we have to take here nitrogen combines with hydrogen, then get ammonia. Here we have to two products. We have to see here left hand side some molecules are here and right hand side also some molecules. Left hand side molecules are called reactants and right hand side molecules are called products. So here reactants are nitrogen and hydrogen. Here products are ammonia. So we have to observe that here the number of nitrogens are one molecule. In this nitrogen molecule have two atoms and number of hydrogens have one molecule and it have also two atoms are there, and the products ammonia have one nitrogen and three hydrogens. Now we balance the equation. First of all we have to left hand side nitrogens are 2 and right hand side are 1. So we increase the nitrogen's atoms, then we increase the nitrogen atoms, then it have done 2 nitrogens are left and right. So nitrogen atoms are equal in both sides. Now we can take hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen molecules have left hand side only 2 atoms are there and right hand side are 6 atoms, because the front of the number 2 is multiple by the suffix of the hydrogen in ammonia molecule. So 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So these are the number of hydrogens are 6. Now we increase the left hand side, hydrogens are increased. Now we increase hydrogen molecules. Then we have to take 3 hydrogen molecules. Then the atoms of hydrogens are 6. 3 into 2 is 6. So now the equation is check. Left hand side nitrogens are 2 and right hand side also 2. Left hand side hydrogens are 6. Then right hand side also 6. Now we have to balance this equation. All of you understand this equation? We have to learn more examples in your textbook and practice this how to balance these equations. Are you understand? Okay. The network is slow. Now we have to give another example. Okay. Here carbon combines with oxygen, then give carbon monoxide. Here one carbon molecule, so the number of atoms are 1. And oxygen molecule, we can take oxygen molecule, the number of oxygen molecules 1, but atoms are 2. Then gives carbon monoxide. Here one carbon monoxide molecule is here. So in this reactants carbon and oxygen, we have to count the number 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. In the products carbon monoxide 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. So here oxygen's number is decreased. So we can increase the oxygen number. So we can increase the oxygen. Always we have to increase the number of atoms. The number is right in front of the molecule formula, not the suffix of the molecule. Okay, understand? Okay, now we have to take 2 carbon monoxide molecules. Then the number of oxygens on both sides are equal, but carbon is not equal in left side. So we increase the carbon number. Then 2 carbons plus 2 oxygens are left hand side and 2 carbon monoxide molecules, and that means 2 carbons and 2 oxygens are right hand side also. So we balance this equation. Okay, understand? Now some game is here. We can choose the game. Now we can choose the level 1. Here some question. One ammonia gives one molecule of nitrogen and 1 molecule of hydrogen. Now check this equation. Is it balanced or not? Not balanced. So we have to balance this equation. So here 2 nitrogens are in products, but reactants have 1 nitrogen. So we can increase the nitrogen number. So 2 nitrogens to balance this both sides. Next, hydrogen molecules. Here reactants have 2 into 3, 6 hydrogens are there, but here 2 hydrogens. So product of the hydrogen is increased. Now we have to check this. 3 hydrogen molecules, 3 2 is 6. Okay, check. Balanced, simplified. Okay, next question. Here CH3OH. Say one thing, that is the balanced equations or unbalanced equations have 2 parts, that is left hand side and right hand side. Left hand side molecules are called reactants. They can make a reaction. And right hand side molecules are called products. That is after the chemical reaction it can be produced. So left hand side molecules are called reactants and right hand side molecules are called products. Okay, then here we have to balance so many equations using the law of conservation of mass. The law of conservation of mass is known as mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Therefore, the number of atoms of each element remains the same on both sides of the equations. So, reactants are equal to products. So, this way we have to learn how to balance the chemical equations in this session. All of you, I hope that all of you understand this lesson. If any doubts, please ask me again in comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching.